Pisces, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast for March 14th to the 20th of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal. If you're new to the channel, be sure to check out the link because the signs are different. All right, so Pisces, this week we're in the first quarter phase of that solar eclipse, which started last week. And so it's all about taking action now towards specifically those insights that may have been coming to us over this past week. So this is all about change, and for you specifically, change with yourself because it happened very close to Pisces. Okay, this is all about reflecting on the self, how you can be your true self, maybe in the past where you haven't been your true self, but now you can make change there. Maybe make change too in terms of how you assert yourself. A lot of this you've already been changing, and you're coming up to the tail end of it with the South Node leaving there, but there are some important things involving your first house, your identity, that might need that rehashing and change right now to facilitate this new life path. Now, the other area is your 12th house, which is seeing where you can maybe change your life so you can have more peace, more presence, more alone time, get deeper with your spiritual self. Okay, and a lot of that you can enjoy right now with Venus. But, this whole transformation is really about letting things go, over or under extremes of that alone time, and making way for the new. Now, the new is shifting into your 6th house for the next 2 years, which is all about cultivating your work, whatever you do on a daily level. Might be your routine, you might be your self-improvement. These are excellent things to work on. I think you're already focused on a lot of this stuff because your Jupiter's here, your ruler. So you're reflecting on a lot of it too. A lot of you guys are a bit more introverted right now with this Jupiter retrograde. But still, there's this insight. There's a lot of this optimism too about what is possible with your work, with your routine, with your self-improvement to really ground a lot of this spiritual energy. So let's go and look at the transit graph. We've got Mercury forming some important aspects here Monday and Tuesday. Mercury is going to oppose up to Jupiter. Okay, so there's this balance, this integration that's needed between the spiritual and the everyday, where maybe you can tap into some of that routine, structure your day or whatever, so that you can meditate, you can enjoy some of that alone time, and vice versa, where you can bring in more of that peace and presence into the everyday experiences. That balance will be very important this early part of the week. And Saturn's right here squaring up to both sides saying, look, it takes patience, it takes responsibility to do these things. And so that's excellent because Saturn's over here squaring it, grounding it, and helping you build these future life path possibilities. Now, Pluto's been very easy in all of this, trining up to that Jupiter. That's going to go exact on Wednesday. Sextiling up to this Mercury early in the week. So this is all about change, specifically with your big picture plans. There's been a lot of changes with either your career or your legacy over many years. And that's what you really want to embrace, is to change, make change with the future, make change with your productive life, make change with your public image for some of you. And that can be very supportive to these life path shifts and changes if you're feeling it, if you're feeling that inspiration, because it's certainly a gateway, it's certainly an opening. But it's through embracing change that we have the support right now to facilitate these new beginnings. One thing I do want to say is earlier in the week as well, Venus is going to be squaring up to Mars. So there is a lot of this drive, there's a lot of this ambition, I think, right now for you to expand your horizons, which can be great. Could be through philosophy, could be through travel or nature. But at the same time, there's also this enjoyment of the alone time that can be had. So it's all about integrating the two. Where can you really study, learn, at the same time, connect to the present moment, integrate that with your unconscious spiritual side, and where you can bring in the sort of maybe Christed Buddhic sort of teachings into the philosophy, into the wisdom, or maybe by connecting to nature, connecting in the now moment. It's all about integrating the presence with the adventure or the expansion, and that can be very constructive this early part of the week. Very important to integrate that. Then, like I said, midweek, Jupiter trines up to Pluto, and since this is your ruler around Wednesday when this goes exact, you guys could be feeling like you're changing and you're reflecting on a lot of who you are, like I was saying, but this can be a big opening for changing who you are and your identity, your goals, your ambitions. Now, it's important to stay nice and grounded with all of that. Like I was saying, Saturn's right here in the middle, and that's going to, Saturn squaring up to your ruler Jupiter is going to go into effect this week. So it's all about being patient too, not rushing into anything. Right? And taking that mature, grounded approach specifically to the life path, specifically to future possibilities, which is a bit serious right now with Saturn in the ninth, but that's what you want to do, is you want to ground it, implement it in that, real way. Now on Thursday, Mercury is going to be going over that south node and over Chiron. So there is this shift, actually. You guys just, focus is on self. Happy birthday, by the way, for those of you watching for your sun signs. So a lot of this focus on self in your first house. A lot of self-expression, perhaps, but there's still a lot of this deeper energy. But now that Mercury is going into your first over this, this weekend, you're going to probably feel a bit more mercurial, a bit more communicative, maybe wanting to learn more about yourself, wanting to pursue your goals, put those into action. But a lot of that's healing, okay? Just like you've been going through this reflection of self and whatnot. Now, Mercury does rule your fourth house of home and family and your health, so good to reflect on those things. See where maybe you can create change again to bring those areas into balance. Okay, relationships. Mercury rules your seventh. Okay, another area also. So relationships, home, family, and health. Good areas to focus on and change your perspective of. Now, the last aspect of the week is Venus going over your modern day ruler, Neptune. So over the weekend, you guys could be maybe feeling good, looking good, enjoying the simple pleasures of life, but all in that meditative way. Maybe that alone time could be excellent. In fact, you could really enjoy that. Connect to that now moment. Maybe with relationships, though, having that space, that peace, the silence in relationships. So whatever it is, it's a bit dreamy, it's a bit enjoyable, and it's all in that 12th house, which is of that alone time. And you could even find it maybe, if there is uncertainty about it, if you're not exactly sure how things are unfolding, there can be an enjoyment to be had about living in the present moment and the amount of peace that provides. All right, Pisces, so have an excellent week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.